56, sunny Friday, high of 88.
Hey, sports fans, huddle up. It's time for the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report. A weekly football show with the head coaches at Danville, Boyle, Mercer, Garrett, and Lincoln counties. The Center College head coach, plus an update from UK football coach. The Pigskin Report, brought to you by Pizza Hut in Harrodsburg. Nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative. State Farm Insurance, here to help life go right. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky. Job Master Rental, let them help master your job. CC Auto Parts and Service, an Auto Value Certified Service Center. Essity, a global leading hygiene and health company. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance in Boyle County. Todd Tiller, agent. Now, with the Pizza Hut Pigskin Report, here are your hosts, Rick Schobel and Joe Mathis.
Well, good evening from the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen. We're the DQ Pigskin Report. And Joe, back again here. This is the 21st year of the Pigskin Report.
Yeah, hard to believe that high school football starts Friday. 6 o'clock games will kick off. And I know our two games Friday are at 8 o'clock, so we have the late games. Danville takes on East Jessamine. Garrett County takes on Lincoln County. Then you got more games on Saturday. Actually, 3 straight Saturday games for Boyle County. 30% of the regular season schedule is played on a Saturday this year. So, but hard to believe, 21st year of the Pigskin Report. Up here at the Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg, we were able to get the $7 meal deals today, which comes with a burger and fries, a drink, and a sundae. All that for $7. $7.
Unbelievable. That's every day.
Taking my fries and dipping it in the sundae. You get the sweetness of the ice cream and the saltiness of the fries.
You get it for lunch. You get it for supper.
Love it.
It's all there every day. Also, Joe, we've got biscuits and gravy, $2.99. French toast sticks, $2.99. Kids meals are $3.99. Fish sandwich, $3.99. You'll enjoy the $4 breakfast. You got the $7 meal deal, as Joe just alluded to. If it's your birthday or anniversary, ask for your free cupcake blizzard. Now, the first Thursday of each month is Factory Day. Bring in your badge, and everything is half price, excluding things that are on sale and soft serve. First Thursday is Essity Day. Second Thursday is Hitachi Day. Third Thursday is Toyota Day. And the fourth Thursday is Corning, E.W. Brown, and KU Day. Again, that is a cool deal from Barbara Montgomery at your Harrodsburg DQ.
And Monday night is Hometown Radio Day, because we're here every Monday night through the end of high school football season with the Pigskin Report. So come out and talk high school football with us. Grab something to eat. Tim and Teresa are here.
TNT.
Super Dave is here. Super Dave's here. Rebecca, Jack, and Rayleigh are here as well, and a host of friends gathering here at the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen. All right, let's hop into it. Talk high school football, and starting off with the team that's getting the newest stadium. That's Garrett County, and head coach Spencer Crutchfield. And coach, another football season starting up. Does the nervous energy ever go away for the season opener?
Well, if that feeling leaves you as a coach, I think it's time to probably get out. So no, I don't. I think everybody playing their first game has that nervous energy, and I think that's a good thing. And I know the kids feel it as well. So. We're super excited. We know we're going to play a really good football team, but definitely ready to get it kicked off.
Let's talk about your Golden Lions, the 2024 Garrett County Golden Lions, Coach. Tell us, first of all, how much are you going to rely on a guy like Malachi Simmons there in the backfield who's returning after a phenomenal year last year?
Oh, yeah. Malachi is going to be, he's going to be more of our focal point of trying to get a rushing game established. We've got a few pretty good backs, him, and then Cam Peaks returning as well. Jagger Wood's going to add some depth into our backfield this year as well, and we've got a few other guys that have kind of stepped up. Trenton Nison's going to be able to carry the ball for us a little bit, and a new kid that moved in, Jaden Robinette. So we definitely got some pieces. We just got to make sure that we get them on the field and clicking together.
Yeah, you mentioned Jagger Wood. Nathaniel Daugherty is back as well. So some of your skill guys, I know it's good to have some skill guys back there. And you mentioned Cameron Peak too.
Yeah, we definitely returned quite a bit. Obviously we're going to miss a guy like Hayden Elliman, but we have a lot of skill guys returning. Very youthful up front, so there's going to be a learning curve there. But those guys are working hard and getting after it. So. Definitely have some guys that are returning that are 3-year starters for us, so that hopefully pays off.
How's the defense looking for you early on, Coach, in some of the summer practices?
We're getting there, and I think that's offense and defensively. You know, like I said, we're young up front, and that's not a secret. We graduated a lot, and those guys they're learning at a fast pace, getting a lot of mental reps and physical reps in as well. So you know, kind of it's good being young because you got these guys for a while and you get to coach them up, but. You know, the game's going to be won or lost up front, and that's just the way it is. So they've got some growing up to do pretty quickly.
Another exciting thing that'll happen at some point this year, Coach, the opening of the brand-new athletic complex and football field. What's the timeline, and how are things looking there at the new field for you all?
I don't know, to be honest with you. We're going to make a decision on Wednesday, or well, I shouldn't say we. I'm not part of that decision making. Our superintendent will be making a decision on Wednesday whether we're going to try to open up our bowl game, which will be week 2, if we're going to try to host that here or back at Die House. So, you know, it's getting close. You know, we're definitely going to get there. If not week 2, by week 4, we should be open and ready to roll.
Coach, week 0, I guess, technically is what this week is called, although it's the first game of the year. You got Lincoln County and Levi Rogers, the head coach. And for those listening, you all are first cousins, I believe, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so kind of a cousin versus cousin battle here. Levi, the head coach of Lincoln County, what do you expect to see out of Levi Rogers his first year at the Lincoln County head football coaching job? What do you expect him to do there at Lincoln?
Well, first of all, I'm super excited for him. You know, it's his hometown, so he's got the opportunity to go back and be at home. But I know that they're gonna play hard. They're gonna be fundamental. They're gonna get after you and pressure you some defensively, and then they're gonna try to get you in mismatches on your defense side. You know, offensively, they're gonna try to get their matchups that they like. So we know what each other does. There's no secrets between us. We coach forever together. So you know, I know how well they're going to be coached and how fundamental they're going to be, and it's all going to come down to who's able to execute and do the job and the game plan better on Friday.
Yeah, and he's got some good players coming back as well. Reed Curlis is back, who had a great year last year from Lincoln County. I think he ended up getting injured there at some point in the season, but he's back, and so he's got some guys to work with just like you do.
Yeah, they definitely have a lot of talent. You know, they got Cash Smith also that is returning. I think he hasn't played since his 8th grade year, but he's a really good running back. He had 2 shoulder injuries. He's an explosive guy. They've got a wide receiver. I can't think of his name right off the top of my head, but he's really good. And the Foster kid who's playing quarterback for him this year does a really, really good job, a really good athlete. So, you know, they're definitely going to be able to stress you on the offensive side and put you in some sticky situations.
Lincoln County and Garrett County, you all are kicking off the second game of that Death Valley Bowl, so around 8:30 or so on Friday night. Coach, what's the keys to a Garrett County victory on Friday to start off the season 1-0?
Well, like I said, you know, I think our key for us all year is being able to establish line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball and not get knocked off the ball, and just make sure that we try to limit mistakes and we try to play as fast and as hard as we can and just try to be the most physical team.
All right, and that was Coach Crutchfield. We're going to take a break. We are live at the Harrisburg DQ Grill and Chill. Man, all kinds of great food out here. Stuff on sale. Biscuits and gravy, $2.99. French toast sticks, $2.99. Kids' meals are just $3.99. Fish sandwich, $3.99. Get the $4 breakfast or the $7 meal deal, and you get a hamburger or chicken strips, fries, drink, and a sundae. All of it for just $7 at your Harrisburg DQ
Super
Grill and
Dave is
Chill.
eating the biggest blizzard known to man.
Wow. Well, that is a big
like,
blizzard.
Yeah, it is. It's in like a large cup. He got it's the one with the picture on the main menu. Maybe their blizzard of the month, the Reese Pieces cookie dough.
Yeah.
So it's got Reese Pieces and cookie dough.
Reese Pieces. Okay.
That's why it's called Reese Piece cookie dough. Wrap your head around that.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back live at the Harrisburg DQ Grill and Chill right here on AM 1230, 103.9 FM, and AM 1420, as well as 99.5 FM, and stream live at hometownlive.net.
Great. See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell and Randy Couch.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here, HR Manager with Essity. At Essity, we want to wish all of our local high schools good luck during this season. We're proud to sponsor Mercer County, Bergen, Danville Christian Academy, Boyle County, Danville, and Garrett County. All of these schools will produce our future employees, and we're rooting for you all this season. So go Ads, go Rebels, go Warriors, go Titans, go Bulldogs, and go Golden Lions. So thanks again from Essity in Harrodsburg and Danville for representing our communities in a great way.
What makes Whitaker Bank uniquely Kentucky? With a wide range of products and services, we are here to provide you friendly, expert service for all of your banking needs. This is Rita McIntyre. I'm the relationship banker for Boyle, Garrett, and Mercer counties. As part of your community, we are committed to building solid, long-term relationships. Call me at 859-733-4963. Let us show you what uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
The dog days of summer are here. If the heat and back to school has got you tapped out, listen to these great specials at your Harrisburg DQ. Biscuits and gravy, $2.99. French toast sticks, $2.99. Kids meals are just $3.99. Fish sandwiches, only $3.99. Catch 2 fish fillets, Texas toast and fries, just $4.99. Enjoy a $4 breakfast or ask for the $7 meal deal. Your choice of chicken strips or a burger with fries, drink, and sundae, only $7. Seniors 55 and older get 10% off every day at your Harrisburg DQ, where happy tastes good.
And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
All right, thank you, Robert. And let's go ahead and continue on with our interviews. We have head coach Justin Haddix of Boyle County. It's the 21st year of the Pigskin Report, and your 5th as coach of Boyle County. All you've done is win 4 state titles in a row.
A lot of good players, I'll tell you that.
A lot of good coaching, too, now. You can have all the great players, but if they don't buy in and don't listen, Coach, it's happened before.
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm a lot better coach, and I got really good players. I'll say that.
What, any kind of extra pressure now? I mean, you've got, coming into your 5th season, they say the hardest thing is to stay there, not to get there, but what keeps you motivated? Don't you get tired of winning?
No, every year is different. All kids are different, and the leadership of the teams are different. And that's the fun. Winning's fun. And I think if it was all just the same thing every year and everybody just had a blueprint of this, it wouldn't be as fun. So our kids got to go to work every day, and we got to get better. And we as coaches, my coach used to tell me I didn't know what it meant back in the day, which now it's a lot longer ago. But about resting on your laurels, it's not what you did yesterday. It's not this. It's what are you going to do today? And we talk about that a lot, about being a production world, and we got to go to work every day and get better. And
you've got the proverbial bullseye on your back too. Everybody wants to knock off a state champion.
Yeah, that's something we feel like that a lot when we're playing. But if you're prepared to get ready every time, it's not a big deal. And as coaches, we stay on them every game, every day in practice, and what we're doing.
How has practice been for you, by the way?
It's been good. Just learning this group. Like I said, every time, every team is different. The leadership's different, and learn this group. Are they self-starters? Are they guys that you got to get going all the time? And I'll say this: once you get this bunch going, it's hard to turn them off. So that's on us as coaches to get them rolling.
How is the state of your health of the team? Everybody pretty healthy?
Everybody's healthy. Yes. Excited to get to play in a big game. We had a good scrimmage against Owensboro. Excited to get going this week against LCA, who's one of the, we looked at the top 25 based on KSR. We scheduled 4 of them and then one team in the top 40 in the country. So we've got really tough teams going, really tough teams each week. So we've got to be prepared.
And you got to play at Western Kentucky University, 5 o'clock on Saturday. Do you like away games, home games? What do you feel like there's more of advantage or disadvantage?
I like, obviously, playing at home and at Rebel Stadium is obviously my favorite as far as what we want to do. Every time you get a goal to go play a good team, that's what I enjoy doing. I like a challenge. I like when things are, you're kind of back against the wall. With LCA, they've got their line of scrimmage. They got 4 or 5 guys. I think of their 5 linemen are committed or got offers from Division I programs. So you're going against a really good, experienced group there. They're really well coached. Doug Charles obviously has been a winner. Oakley Watkins, their offensive coordinator, has been a winner. They got a new defensive coordinator and a new defensive staff. But he was at Kentucky as a GA, so they're going to be really well coached, and that's a challenge.
What are you liable to see from them offensively?
Well, who knows? I said that's something We've played them. I think we added it up here. The last 2 times that we've played them, they've averaged over 500 yards on offense against us. So we give up too many points and too many yards against them. One year they ran for 400. The next year they threw for 400. So they can do either. They're very multiple. Play caller, Oakley Watkins is a great play caller. They do a good job of playing to their strengths of their team. We've got to do a great job tackling in space. They've got to, last year they had Cutter Bowley and some receivers. This year they're big up front and got a really athletic quarterback. So we're likely to see some quarterback run game, and they got good backs.
What about defense? What do you expect to see from them?
Well, he came from the defense coordinator was the GA there at Kentucky, so I'm likely we're going to see something similar to what they do, an odd front, what we call it. And I'm sure they've in their 2 scrimmages they've not shown everything they're going to do. They're going to have some surprises for us, but we just got to get our bunch to be ready.
What about special teams? How do you match up there with them?
We've always got a good kicker. They're always good on special teams, so we've got to do a good job of just making sure you can't get beat on special teams. Last year we returned a kick against them, so we've got to hopefully we've got a lot of depth. And we feel like special teams can be an advantage for us. So if they kick it deep to us, we've got to make a big play there. And it's an offensive play, and we've got a new guy calling that. Our special teams coordinator is Dustin Buckner. Been with me for a while, and he was head coach at Knox Central the last couple of years. But added him, and he's really technical, and we'll have a good plan for him.
Last question, Coach. What's it going to take for Boyle County to come away with a victory over Lexington Christian Saturday?
Well, I say it all the time. We've got to limit the big play. That's a big thing. We've got to make them grind out drives. I think that's something good teams don't beat themselves, so we can't have penalties, and we can't give them free first downs or free touchdowns and take care of the ball. Hey, thank you. Go Rebels.
Boyle County head football coach Justin Haddix working on his 5th year as the Boyle County head football coach and trying to win his 5th straight state championship. Not a bad record, right?
No, 4 for 4. That's You can't get much better than that.
Be playing at his alma mater. Of course, he was the quarterback at Western Kentucky University, and they'll be playing at WKU against LCA, Lexington Christian Academy, there Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Should be a really good one. And the Big Daddy and Radio Rick and Josh Bertram will be down there in Bowling Green, bringing you the play-by-play call of that game on Saturday. We're here bringing you the bite-by-bite play call from the Dairy Queen in Harrisburg as Teresa eats a sundae, Super Dave eats a blizzard, and my son Jack and my daughter Rayleigh, I assume, are set to get a blizzard as well. So we're all feeling good and having a good time here at Harrisburg Dairy Queen. Come check us out and talk high school football with us here Mondays from 6 o'clock until 7 on the Dairy Queen Big Sun Report on 103.9 FM WHIR, 99.5 FM WHBN, and streaming live at hometownlive.net.
What do you say?
CC Auto Parts and Service is open for your service and parts needs. CC Auto Parts and Service are offering pickup and delivery for all your auto repairs as well as parts. They have a pay over the phone option if needed. CC Auto Parts and Service are concerned for everyone's well-being and are doing their best at keeping a sanitary and healthy environment. Give them a call at 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service. Service is the difference. We get it.
Are you considering starting a business or expanding your existing business? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Ricky Peterson. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank at the Danville Main Street office. As a part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-236-9822. Let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank, Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Ever notice how happy a bird looks perched on your power line? The reason the bird can sit on the power line is that he isn't touching the ground or any other grounded object. We, on the other hand, can't afford to be so carefree. So when you're working outside, the folks at your local electric cooperative remind you to avoid power lines. Always look up and to all sides before hoisting metal ladders and tree pruners into position. We're Kentucky's electric cooperatives, and our power is our people.
Intercounty Energy, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Great. See, we're practically sitting on the field. If you could sit here.
Your food and drinks will be right over.
Oh, yes! For the same price as way up here. Great seats. Right up here with a blimp. Why wouldn't you? It's the same with auto insurance. With discounts up to 40%, it's possible to get the personal service of a State Farm agent for the same or less than those other guys.
See your State Farm agent in Harrisburg, David Hopewell, and Randy Couch. And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
Yeah, at the Dairy Queen of Harrodsburg, and I already ate, but I'm finishing up my kids' leftovers, too. I mean, I can't let the food go to waste, so Dad's doing what Dad does.
That bacon cheeseburger was
good.
They have always had good burgers at Dairy Queen, but I don't know. I've been thinking about this for a week, ever since we found out we were going to be here, and I had my mouth all set for that bacon cheeseburger, fries, a drink, and a sundae.
Now you know what we do at work.
Come on.
Me and Rick already had the conversation earlier today. What are we going to get at Dairy Queen? This is what we do at work. You know, like he's hosting his morning show, I'm hosting mine. We meet top hour news to solve the world's problems and figure out what we're going to eat at Dairy Queen later on that night.
That's the important things in our life, Joe, is food.
Speaking of important stuff, we got high school football coming up this weekend. The 2024 season kicks off, and Danville head football coach Frank Parks is in his second year as the Admiral head coach. Coach, appreciate you joining us tonight. Last year, you took your lumps. How excited are you for this season to begin?
I'm very excited. You know, we got a very coachable group that learned a lot through the off season, and you know, we have made a ton of progress just because we have such a coachable group, great attitude. So it's very enjoyable to be out there with these guys and watch them grow and progress and continue to grow as young men and as football players.
Coach, let's start off with the guy who's going to be taking the snaps at quarterback. Have you made that decision yet?
Yes, Chandon Carter. Chandon Carter will be our QB starting this Friday.
How many different athletes, Coach, do you think on your team are going to be able to touch the football, make plays? Obviously, Chandon's going to be one. You got Jatavian Beasley. You got Trendon Sellers. I'm sure I'm leaving off many as well. How many different guys do you have faith in to be able to score touchdowns and get the ball in the end zone?
You know, there's about 6 that, you know, we think that can make some plays for us this year offensively. Ja'Kavon Walker, who has had 2 pretty good scrimmages out there at the wide receiver spot. Kyron Coleman, who's been running the ball well. Kingston Jones, you know, a couple other guys who have stepped in out there at the receiver spot and has some explosiveness and just learning how to play the game because Jose Alarcon hasn't played into this year, but he's a very fast young man. And Gavin Walker has improved tremendously with his blocking and his ability to catch the ball. So we have some ability to spread it around this year.
And got some big guys up front blocking for you as well. There were times last year where the offensive line, you know, probably you started some guys that were maybe too young to be in that spot, but you put them up there. They've responded. They've got bigger in the offseason as well. Keegan Jones is back. I feel like Sasha Wade, Coach, I mean, like from his freshman year to where he is now, this man has gotten 2 times the size he was. He's gotten massive. And so you got some guys who up front, those big guys blocking, they've gotten bigger too.
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have improved in size and strength. You know, most of them are squatting up front over 400 pounds, which is a big plus, and just show you the work they have put in the weight room. Like you said, Sasha Wade, who has put on size, strength. You know, here's kind of that leader in the classroom, in the weight room that kind of spearheaded, you know, getting those guys to really work hard and hold each other accountable. And, you know, you have Jamari Johnson, who played offensive line at the end of last year, who, you know, was a freshman, really wasn't ready, but he was put in that role, and you know, he just continued to improve and very strong and can move pretty well for his size too. And you got Aiden Lanigan, who's back and kind of on the road at that guard spot. You know, last year he moved around 2 or 3 different spots, but now he's a solid up front at that offensive guard spot. So, you know, that offensive line group has improved and tremendously, and they all get along, which is very important for that 5 up front.
Yeah. Another thing that Danville fans will like to see is you've got some multi-sport guys coming out. A couple of baseball players are out. KJ Dismukes, who was the leadoff hitter for the Admiral baseball team, he's out playing for you. Wyatt Gale, who's a phenomenal catcher for Danville's baseball team, is out for you. You got Nathan Doyle, who played third base for Danville, is out for you. So you got guys coming from basketball, coming from baseball, all again feel like they're buying in and seeing what Danville football can be.
Yes, absolutely. When you have those multi-sport guys, you know, they're usually better athletes, smart individuals, because they have to play so many sports. So, you know, it's good to have those guys out because, you know, they are doing things all year round, and they committed to the process and committed to excellence.
Coach, what do we expect to see? You got a new offensive coordinator and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you told me you're taking over the offense this year. What are you seeing? What are Danville fans, I should say, going to see out of this new Admiral offense that you got?
Well, you'll see us, taking advantage of some mismatches, get out on the edge, and just trying to get our guys in space and let them play to their strengths. We'll huddle up, you know what I'm saying, but we'll really try to take advantage of just our speed and, make people tackle us in space. That would be, and we'll be a little bit more well-rounded as far as we can spread the ball around to different people in multiple ways with a little bit of option, a little bit of quick screens. So it'll be a diverse offense, but simple for the guys to pretty much allow them to play fast.
You got East Chessman coming up on Friday night, Coach. This is an East Chessman team that for the previous 2 or 3 seasons before last year had kind of been mired in a long losing streak. They broke that with a win over Anderson County last year. Ended up going 2-3 over the last 5 games, so they got a couple of wins under their belt now. And they have a new head coach in Trenton Fields. He was on Danville's staff last year. What do you expect to see out of this East Chessman team you got Friday night?
Well, you expect to see a well-disciplined team. They got some size, so it's that speed versus size game coming up this week. So, we'll try to use our speed and make them play in space. And, they got some decent size up front, so, they're not going to be as fast as us. So they're going to try to use their size to their advantage. And, he'll do a good job of trying to mix in some RPOs and some stuff to confuse us defensively. But I think we'll be ready for the task with these guys, how well they've been prepared and been coachable. I think we'll be fine. But they'll be a disciplined team, and they'll play hard for all 48 minutes. So we have to come prepared, ready to play.
Danville head football coach Frank Parks. Admirals looking to start off their season with a win Friday night.
Oh, boy, they desperately need to start it off. They went 0-11, first time in the school's history.
And familiar face, as we mentioned, the head coach at East Chessman, Trent Fields, who was the offensive coordinator for Danville last year. And for those who look at the schedule on the KHSA website, the time is wrong. They have it 6 o'clock on Friday. Danville will play the late game, so around 8:15, 8:30, or so whenever the first game ends, they have time to warm up the second game and kick that second game off. So if you're listening into WHIR on Friday night wondering why it's 6:15 or whatever and the Danville game's not on, it is the second game of that doubleheader that will be played there at West Chessman in the R.J. Corman Jessamine County Bowl. So that's Danville and East Chessman there on Friday night.
One of the best things they've got, my favorite, the Blizzard, is Reese Cup. There is no better Blizzard than the Reese Cup. And you get chunks of Reese Cup. That's what I love about the Blizzards here.
What flavor did you get, Jack?
I got a peanut butter Reese. No,
the peanut butter cookie dough?
Yeah, peanut butter cookie dough.
I got the same thing Super Dave got. The Reese Pieces peanut butter cookie
try
dough.
That out soon.
Yeah, Rick needs to taste test it to make sure everything. Looks like Rayleigh got an Oreo Blizzard too. Come hang out with us, eat some Blizzards, and talk high school football. Again, Danville East Chessman on Friday night.
All right, let's switch over here to Mercer County Titans. And Coach East, welcome back to the 21st season of the Pigskin Report.
I appreciate it, man. I'm excited to be back. Looking forward to it.
Well, you had a great season last year, 10-2, and then a couple games in the playoffs, and you've set that bar up high now. These juniors last year, seniors this year. How have they taken of the responsibility of carrying on that title and going a little further?
First of all, they know it's a new year. Last year really doesn't mean anything. I think what they did in the offseason in terms of the amount of work and effort that they put in just to get better, I think it's going to show out there on the field. So I'm looking forward to our guys just going out there and just playing football, understanding that it's a new season. Really don't have anything to prove other than, hey, let's just go out and play our best football every single game and let's see what happens.
I know one thing that you really wanted to push during the offseason was weightlifting. How they come out weightlifting? Were you happy with the end result?
Yeah, I was very pleased. We had a lot of guys make a lot of major gains in the weight room, but we also worked on a lot of footwork and some flexibility things to just improve our overall team speed and our agility and movements. And I just really feel like we put a lot of really hard work in. I'm pleased with where we are. like I said, it's football season, man. It's exciting, and I'm looking forward to our guys going out there and showing how hard they've worked and what they're capable of.
This is really the best time of the year, isn't it, Coach, just to be out there. And, you know, everybody is they're all contenders at this point.
Yeah, everybody's a contender. Nobody's played a game. We're contenders, I guess, but, you know, nobody's played a game, so nothing really matters until you go out there and strap it on and you play a 48-minute game and see what happens from there. And as the season progresses, we'll find out who the best teams really are.
And how is a healthier team? Are you pretty healthy during the off season here going into your Saturday night game?
Yeah, I think for the most part we are healthy. We had a few nagging injuries over the course of the last couple of weeks, but I feel like any little nagging injuries that we had, we'll get everybody back this week, and hopefully we'll be full force and be able to go out and play our best football.
Lost Thaddeus Mays to graduation. How does the quarterback competition look at this point?
It's a competition. We got two really good guys fighting for the job, and we'll see what happens. Maybe a situation during this season where you may see more than one quarterback play quarterback. Beauty is we got two guys that are athletic, two guys that can throw the football, two guys that can run the football, two guys that can play other positions. So it's good to have that kind of headache. But we'll see what happens, but I feel good about where we are at quarterback.
And you got Braden Boffman transferring from Danville. What an athlete he is. I'm sure that's going to be a welcome addition for you.
Yeah, it's a very welcome addition. He's an excellent young man. He came in as a transfer, fit right in, works extremely hard, has a lot of leadership qualities, and he's definitely a playmaker. So very excited about him. Looking forward to Braden being one of the focal points of what we do as a football team and provide some leadership and playmaking ability as well.
You have something unique. You got a young lady that is a football player. She plays on the offensive and defensive lines. Tell us about her.
Yeah, we have J.C. Foley. She's a freshman this year. We're happy to have J.C. on our team. She's a really good young lady. She's not afraid. She's tough. She gives maximum effort. She's not a young lady that plays kicker or anything else. Like she's playing offense and defensive line, and she's doing a very good job, and we're excited to have her.
You've got the Little Caesars Bowl game on Saturday night, 8 o'clock. You're taking on Bullitt East. They've got a coach. He's got some local ties, and they're a very good program.
Yeah, Kendrick Keegan, their head coach, and a state champion winning head coach, and he played right there at Boyle County, and I believe he won a state championship as a player at Boyle County under Chuck Smith. He does a great job with his program there at Bullitt East. They're going to be physical. They're going to be very disciplined. They're going to be very well coached. They're not going to do anything that's going to beat themselves. You're going to have to go beat them in every phase of the game. So really looking forward to it. Bullitt East is a great program, and they have a great head coach and a great coaching staff. We're looking for it's going to be a great challenge for us.
One last question, Coach. Keys to a Mercer County victory over Bullitt East this Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
First of all, on offense, we got to take care of the football, and we got to score touchdowns in the red zone, not field goals. Special teams, we got to kick, we got to cover, and we got to do something in special teams to flip the game in the field in our favor. And defensively, you know, we got to force turnovers, and we got to run to the football, and we got to tackle. We can do those things. I think it'll put us in a good spot going into the fourth quarter where we can give ourselves a chance to win. We just want to give ourselves a chance in the fourth quarter. We get there, it's anybody's game, and hopefully it can be ours.
Coach, best of luck in practice the rest of the week and in a game on Saturday night. We look forward to talking again next Monday.
All right, sounds good, man. I appreciate you. Go tight.
Mercer County head football coach Craig East.
Really excited to have Braden Boffman join them because he said on offense and defense, both he's got him at safety and running back. I think, and you know, playing for a team that didn't win a game last year and they went, 10-3, I think Mercer last year. It's going to be quite a change for Braden Boffman.
So Mercer County again Saturday night, 8 o'clock. They're taking on Bullitt East. You mentioned Keegan Kendrick and won a state championship there in 6A 2 years ago, which is obviously such a tough class to win in because of all the private Catholic schools there in 6A. So he does a phenomenal job there. Should be a fun one. Mercer County takes on Bullitt East this week. I think they're at Shelby County the week after that, playing Simon Kenton in No, I think. Maybe they're thank you. Give me the schedule. Appreciate that. What I'm saying is they've got a tough start to their season because you got Bullitt East. That's not going to be easy.
No.
That's 6A. You got Simon Kenton. That's 6A. So you start off with back-to-back 6A schools for Mercer County in this 2024 season. It'd be a tough start, but we know Craig East and his Titans are ready for that and hoping for a 1-0 start. Take it one game at a time this Saturday against Bullitt East. We are live here at the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen, and all kinds of great August specials that are going on for breakfast, biscuits, and gravy for $2.99. French toast sticks for $2.99. The kids' meals here are just $3.99, which is a steal. The fish sandwich is $3.99. We also have the $4 breakfast, or what me and Rick got tonight, the $7 meal deal, which includes your choice of hamburger or chicken strips, fries, drink, and a sundae, all for just $7. If it's your birthday or anniversary, just ask for your free cupcake blizzard. That's and right. The first Thursday of the month is Factory Day.
That's cool.
Bring in your badge, and everything is half price, including the sale items and soft serve. So each Except sell items
and soft serve.
It's a big word. I said including.
Yeah.
Except sell items and soft serve.
Yes.
Yeah. So
but still, that's a heck of a deal. Half price. And you can come in for lunch and supper.
Each Thursday, different factory. First Thursday is Essity Day. Second Thursday is Hitachi Day. Third Thursday is Toyota Day. Fourth Thursday is Corning, the E.W. Brown plant, and KU Day as well here at the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen. And Mondays, Hometown Radio, Pigskin Report Day at the DQ of Harrodsburg. We got the Padre here. We got Tim and Teresa. We got Rayleigh and Jack and Rebecca. We've got Super Dave. We've also got Radio Rick and the Hometown Radio Network crew here for the Dairy Queen Pigskin Report, live from the Harrodsburg Dairy Queen. Coming up next, we talk with brand new Lincoln County head football coach Levi Rogers, who takes over at his alma mater, and he'll be on here next.
Have you ever heard of somebody you say?
Are you considering a new home purchase or maybe a remodel? Are you looking for a stable partner you can trust to help you understand your options? This is Jason Tyler. I'm a loan officer at Whitaker Bank in Harrodsburg. As part of your community, I'm here to help you understand the best options for you today and in the future. Give me a call at 859-734-3316 and let me show you what Uniquely Kentucky means. Whitaker Bank is Uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hometown Radio's Big Deals offer is out of this world. It's Cosmic Bowling. Experience bowling with an outer space-like atmosphere. Black lights, strobe lights, and pattern lights accent the hit music that beats over the speakers. The lights and music effects make it an out-of-the-world experience. It's all at Galaxy Bowling and Entertainment Center in Richmond. Go have a lot of family fun with our Big Deals Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi party. The party includes 2 hours of bowling, bowling shoes for up to 6 people, a large pizza, and a pitcher of soda. The retail value is up to $85. At Big Deals online store, get the Pizza, Pins, and Pepsi party for just $49. Yes, $49. What a deal. It's a big deal out of this world. Shop and save at Big Deals online store, hometownlive.net, hometownlive.net.
Shop local, buy local, save big deals.
Big deals at hometownlive.net.
Intercounty Energy wants you to put safety first when you're working outside this summer. Always look up to see if there are overhead power lines, and be sure to stay clear of them. For safety's sake, always hire a professional to trim trees instead of doing it yourself. Remember, a tree limb cut in the wrong place could fall on a power line and cause you a world of hurt. If you do decide to do the work yourself, always protect your eyes and hands by wearing safety glasses and gloves. Intercounty Energy cares about your safety. Look up, be alert, and stay safe.
Is your vehicle in need of maintenance or repair? Perhaps you work a full-time job, have kids to run here and there, and can't be without your vehicle for days. We at CC Auto understand. We offer free pickup and delivery and same-day service on most all repairs. Let us take some of the load off your shoulders. Call CC Auto now at 734-9515. 734-9515.
CC Auto Parts and Service is the difference. We get it.
Hi folks, Mike Gay here, HR Manager with Essity. At Essity, we want to wish all of our local high schools good luck during this season. We're proud to sponsor Mercer County, Bergen, Danville Christian Academy, Loyal County, Danville, and Garrett County. All of these schools will produce our future employees, and we're rooting for you all this season. So go Ads, go Rebels, go Warriors, go Titans, go Bulldogs, and go Golden Lions. So thanks again from Essity in Harrodsburg and Danville for representing our communities in a great way.
And now, back to the DQ Pigskin Report.
I was busy finishing off Rebecca's blizzard. One of the great perks about being a dad is that I get all the leftover food. So Rebecca got a New York cheesecake royal something or another blizzard, and it had like marshmallow.
You deprived your wife, who is going to give you another son, and ate her dessert just so you could fill yourself up? Is that what's happened here?
If you make it sound like that, you sound like the most selfish human being in the world.
Can you believe that?
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, I'm beside myself.
Hey, we just heard Mike Gay from Essity.
Yes.
First Thursday of the month is Essity Day. So this Thursday would be the third Thursday of the month, right? So this Thursday is Toyota Day.
Yes.
Here at the Dairy Queen of Harrisburg. You come in, if you work at Toyota, bring in your badge, and everything is half price, excluding sale items and soft serve.
Soft serve, yeah. But, man, you talk about saving money. That's a great deal. That's just the way Barbara Montgomery rolls here at Harrisburg DQ, too. She is a promoter, and people love coming here. That's why they keep coming back more and more.
Hey, coming up on Friday night, the Death Valley Bowl at Lincoln County. The Patriots taking on the Golden Lions, and Lincoln County has a new head coach, Levi Rogers, who takes over after a gig at Casey County and back with his high school where he played high school ball at Lincoln County High School. And Coach Levi Rogers, you're the new head coach of Lincoln County. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah, this is my first year as the head coach at Lincoln. I was born and raised in Lincoln County. I live in Moreland now, but grew up in Stanford my whole life. I've kind of bounced around a little bit here coaching the last couple of years, so it's good to finally get back home, to what I know and what I love. So I'm really excited to get the season started, and can't wait for Friday night.
Is this, for someone who grows up in football, is this kind of a dream scenario to be able to come back to your hometown and coach your hometown team?
Yeah, it's something that I always, it was a dream of mine. I mean, when I started coaching, and then I moved in, I wanted to be a head coach. And then, it was, if I had the opportunity to come back home, this is the place I wanted to be. So I got that opportunity. And now here we are. Hopefully I can hold on to it.
Yeah, so you got Garrett County coming up, and we already know the winner of this game, I guess, gets bragging rights at the Thanksgiving table. You and your first cousin, Spencer Crutchfield, over at Garrett County. Pretty cool to match up with him in the season opener.
Yeah, Coach Crutchfield and I are first cousins, and, we grew up in it, playing football, playing all sports, really growing up. I mean, he's kind of like my big brother, honestly. So growing up all the way through it, and then we coached together at Garrett County as assistants, and then we came back together when he got the head job at Lincoln, and I was an assistant under him before I went on to Southwestern and Casey, and he took the job at Garrett, and then now here we are. I got the job at Lincoln, and just so happens week one we get to play each other, so it's going to be fun.
Yeah, the way the fate has it. Coach, tell us, for those who are going to watch Lincoln County football this year, listen to Lincoln County football, what type of offense does Levi Rogers like to run?
We're kind of built on the run game. I'm looking at starting a sophomore quarterback, so that balance will come, really as that quarterback play develops. Then just really trying to get the ball into the playmakers' hands. You can't be too complicated on offense. It's get the ball to your best players.
Yeah, one of those guys you'll be getting the ball to, I'm sure, is Reed Curlis, who had a great year last year, suffered from some injuries, but he's back for you. How much are you going to lean on Reed Curlis in the backfield?
Reed is a guy that will get some carries. Like you said, he's coming off back-to-back years of knee surgery, so he's working through those and still getting healthy. He's actually going to start on the defensive side of the ball for me, but as the year goes along, I would say Reed's carries are going to move up, as he gets more and more healthy. So he's a guy, but then we have a few runners. Cash Smith is a guy that'll start in the backfield. Damon Spiegel is going to get a bunch of carries. Bryson Mullins will be carrying the ball. And then there's a guy, Bob Floyd, who actually starts receiver, but you'll see him in the backfield as well.
Yeah, Bob Floyd. I remember that name from last year.
Yeah, he's a big-time playmaker for us. We kind of moved him out on the edge to get him in space a little bit, but like I said, you'll see him all over the field. We put him in the slot. We put him out wide. We put him in the backfield. He returns kicks. So, I mean, he's a big-time playmaker for us. We got to have him play well to score some points.
You mentioned a sophomore quarterback who's going to be under center, that starting nod, game one on Friday night. Who's your starter?
Tucker Foster is his name. He got in some games last year at different times. Really good kid, smart kid, athletic kid. He's a three-sport athlete, plays baseball, basketball, and football. just a smart kind of moxie type kid. He's got a little bit of physicality to him, which I like. And I've talked about this before. We got to kind of dial him back to keep him healthy, because he'll go in there full speed, shoulders down. So Tucker's a good one for us. He's working, he's moving, and he's getting better every single day, and that leadership's improving for him as well. So I think the sky's the limit for Tucker.
I assume as a coach you'd rather kind of have that, right? A guy who wants to give 100% effort on every play than the opposite, where you have to coach a guy to give effort. So Tucker's one of those guys where you kind of have to dial him back, huh?
Yeah, you gotta kind of pull him back. He's kind of like Reed in that sense. You got to keep a hold of those guys, because, like I said, they're all effort all the time. Tucker he's been rotating in on defense as well, because, like I said, the physicality of him's kind of hard to deny, but we would like to keep him healthy all year long too, so we got to keep him under control.
Hey, how do you handle, we mentioned going against Coach Crutchfield, how do you handle that? Well, two guys coaching against each other who know each other real well, who have coached together, you kind of know each other's nuances, what you like to do, what you like to not do. Do you try to throw a couple of wrinkles in there, or is it one of those things where we're going to do what we do, he's going to do what he wants to do, and we're just going to see who does it better?
Yeah, it's kind of more of that second one. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, some wrinkles and some tricks in there, but we're both the kind of guys that we focus on execution. We want to execute our offense. We want to run the stuff that we do and the stuff that we practice every single day. So I think it'll be kind of similar in that standpoint. It'll come down to execution, who's doing their job the best, and obviously the game of football, it's a turnover battle, so that'll be very important in week one as well.
Lincoln County head football coach Levi Rogers. Coach, the last question we usually end with, what's the keys to a win on Friday night to start off your Lincoln County tenure at 1-0?
Like I said, we just got to come out ready. We got to execute. We got to match the physicality, and we got to win the turnover battle. That's the key. They're the type of team that's strong. They're going to be sound on defense, so we got to make sure we're ready to execute and understand what we're doing, and really start fast.
Joe, what's really unique is Levi Rogers has come home to his alma mater to coach, and Crutchfield has come home to his school where he quarterbacked and graduated from Garrett County. That's so unique for these guys to be able to come back and lead their schools that they've got a lot of history with.
And first cousins at that as well. So playing each other first game, they're first cousins. You heard Coach Rogers say he coached under Spencer when Spencer was at Lincoln County, helped him out a year when he was at Garrett County, so they know each other really well. They know each other, their coaching styles and things like that. So that'll be an interesting matchup there Friday night in Lincoln County between two guys at their alma maters. Probably going to have Thanksgiving dinner together, like in a couple of weeks. And so, like I said, someone's going to have bragging rights at the Thanksgiving table here. And obviously both of them hoping they're playing the Friday after Thanksgiving, too. That means you're in the state semifinals when you make it that far. So high school football kicks off this week. Here's how our schedule looks. On Friday night, we mentioned Garrett County, Lincoln County. Our coverage gets underway around 8 o'clock, and that'll be on Z105. Danville and East Jessamine. Coverage gets underway around 8 o'clock on 103.9 FM WHIR. That game is going to be played at West Jessamine. That's the East-West Jessamine. I think they call it the R.J. Corman Bowl there.
Game, yep.
So that'll be at West Jessamine, Danville and Eastville, Friday night around 8 o'clock, and the kickoff around 8:30. Saturday, Boyle County versus Lexington Christian. Our coverage will get underway around 4:45 or so. That'll be on Z105 WRNZ FM. And then Mercer County versus Bullitt East. Our coverage begins around 8 o'clock on Saturday on 99.5 FM WHBN. A week from this Saturday, UK football kicks off.
That's right.
They'll be playing Southern Miss. Remember, probably about 6 or 7 years ago, Shannon Dawson, who was the offensive coordinator, I think was his name, right? Shannon Dawson, for UK, went to Southern Miss and then brought Southern Miss to UK and beat Mark Stoops at that point what was called Commonwealth Stadium. Of course, it's Kroger Field now, and hopefully Southern Miss does not have the same success against UK this time around. Kicking off the season a week from Saturday, this is a UK team that is projected to have one of the best defenses in the nation. They are returning so much firepower defensively. Of course, maybe one of the best defenders in the conference, and Deion Walker on the defensive line. You got Brock Vandegrift coming in at quarterback.
10 defensive guys coming back.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, 10 starters coming back on defense. So they kick off 7:30 next Saturday, August the 31st. That's a 5:30 pregame. And I was thinking today, Rick, I was walking around town, went to a business and was doing some stuff and walked out and thought to myself, it feels like football. You know, maybe not all the way, but it's mid-70s. There's a little breeze going on. I was thinking we got to go to Harrodsburg today and do our pigskin report. Like, to me, football season is here once all these radio shows start kicking off, where it starts to turn a little bit cooler. You know, we're here hanging out with Tim and Teresa and Super Dave. It's officially football season now.
It almost feels a little bit like fall. Tonight, tomorrow night is definitely going to feel more like fall. And then, unfortunately, it's going to start ratcheting up and get back in the 90s again.
Yeah, so enjoy this fall feeling weather while you can, because Friday and Saturday is going to be like upper 80s, low 90s or so on those days.
I think there's a lot of optimism about this UK team, too. A lot of, a lot of great things. He's recruited a lot of really good players now. If you can get them all to gel together and all pulling in the same direction, you may have a special team here.
Yeah. Only problem is tough SEC schedule.
Yeah, of course.
Right? I mean, you got to play Georgia, got to play Tennessee, got to play Texas. You got Texas this year, their first year in the SEC. So there's going to be games that you know they're going to drop. You just hope they keep those to a minimum.
And, UK had to vacate the wins and because they had players that got paid for not doing anything. They've punished the university, punished the team this year who had nothing to do with that. My question is, what about the hospital? The ones that they wrote that check to, that was not right to write that check to. Something should be done to the hospital before doing that. I mean, that's illegal to write that check and give it to the players. Somebody had to sign their name on it. Somebody had to okay that to be done. I just think the university's going to get punished. I think there needs to be some heads rolled over at the hospital.
The fact of the matter is, what they got in trouble for would just be passed off as NIL now, right?
Yeah.
Name, image, likeness. They got paid just for their name, image, and likeness. And so not only are you punishing the players, punishing the team because of the actions of 2 or 3 players or whatever, but you're punishing them retroactively now for something that's not against the rules.
Yeah.
So, whatever. Someone had brought up a great point, and I have no idea, and I'm just going to be honest, I haven't looked. Mark Stoops passed Bear Bryant for UK's all-time coaching wins leader. Does this push him back into second place if he lose? They won 10 games that year.
Yeah.
That's a sizable number of wins for a college football coach. So is he pushed back to second place now? I don't know how far ahead he is of Bear Bryant at this point.
But he does lose that game.
He would lose 10 games.
A win,
So.
And then the 7th of September, the return of Center College. They've only got 124 kids dressing out.
What is that, like 10% of the student body there playing college football?
124. Andy Fry will be joining us next Monday night.
Yeah, so I was actually just off their campus over the weekend, get some ice cream at an ice cream place in Danville, and they're right off campus, and I looked over and I saw Andy Fry Stadium on the top of the press box there. Yep. So, of course, they named that after him last year.
Well deserved.
Yeah, September 7th.
Most prolific coach in the history of Center College football. Coach Mason with basketball. He's got most wins in the history of Center College basketball. That's pretty good. You've got these 2 legends still coaching.
Garrett County, Lincoln County, Friday night kickoff around 8:30. Pregame around 8. Danville versus East Jessamine Friday night, same exact thing, 8:30 kickoff, and pregame around 8. Boyle LCA Saturday, Mercer Bullitt East Saturday too.
All right. Well, thank you, Robert Wagner. Thank you all for listening. This has been another live sports presentation of the Hometown Radio Network. Get out and enjoy your team and be good sports fans. See you next Monday night right here at the Harrisburg DQ Grill and Chill. Thank you, Barbara Montgomery, for having us.
Super Dave.
TNT, Padre, Rebecca, Jack, Rayleigh. Group of thousands.
Blow the whistle.
This has been the DQ Pigskin Report, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agents, CC Auto Parts and Service, Whitaker Bank, Essity, DQ. Join us every Monday evening at 6 during the football season for the Pigskin Report on the Hometown Radio Network and hometownlive.net.
This is WHBN Harrodsburg, The Rooster, broadcasting on AM 1420 and now FM 99.5. Now, the news. It's 7 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Brian Shook. President Biden is now in Chicago for the start of the Democratic National Convention. He's set to give the keynote address on the first night of his party's event, and a senior advisor to Biden previews the speech.